My job description given to me by Brent Impey was to entertain, provoke, inform, and very occasionally enlighten. And frankly, can I just say that's the best job description I'll ever have in my life. I've enjoyed immensely my battles with various media outlets who, yes, and who frankly I think a number in the New Zealand media take themselves way too seriously, and took me too seriously on occasion too. The shotgun comments, for example, I look back now on and I just smile. And it will be one of the highlights of my life, the shotgun comments, because watching people who are meant to be versed in words take things literally that were clearly intended metaphorically just made me laugh. There's an arrogance, I have to say, and an ability within the news media to self-criticise. I think it's the great fundamental flaw of the media in this country. And the refusal at times to apply the same standards to themselves that they daily seek to bear upon others. So when they deal with that, I'm sure that they'll become a much more robust and, frankly, more relevant organisation or industry. Now, my future, it's going to be a mix of everything that I've always wanted to do and stuff that I know I can do. But can I also tell you that parenthood will be my prime responsibility, and being the best dad, my prime focus and motivation for the future. Nothing else matters. If I can give you one piece of wisdom that I've learned, and it's not on talkback but in life in general, the one life lesson I've learned in my 55 years, it's not money, status, fame or the respect of others that makes you content or satisfied. It's loving and being loved. And for me, that means my family and my kids. Nothing else matters. And when I say nothing else matters, I mean nothing else matters. Love to you all. I have enjoyed greatly being in your company. And there are issues that I hope I've introduced to this country that I've had some degree of influence in pushing them along. The biggest one that I have promoted in this country is dealing to the issue of child abuse. It is the greatest stain still upon New Zealand. And there's a simple reason why there is child abuse in this country. It is simple, and the solution is simple. The reason we have child abuse in this country is the wrong people are having children. I've introduced you to a new word that I've described as the ferals, an underclass of society who have no stake in it, who are antisocial by inclination and by nature, and who, if you allow them to have small children in their charge, will instinctively and inherently sully them, stain them, and turn them into an even worse generation of ferals than they are. One day, this country and the Western world will wake up to the fact that there are people who are genetically and psychologically not disposed to have children and stop them from doing so. If we dealt with those individuals, and they are relatively few, we would deal with child abuse in this country overnight. You know, and to be perfectly honest with you, voluntary sterilisation, aided and abetted by generous financial payments, would also have a significant influence in this country upon the ferals and stopping them abusing their children. I've also been criticised for introducing another truth, and it's a truth now that I think has been picked up and run, and one of our earlier callers alluded to it, is that within Maoridom there is a schedule of child abuse that is simply unacceptable. And I think I was always stunned by the fact that nobody wanted to talk about it when it was so obvious from the statistics. I am delighted that so many Maori now are picking up this cudgel and seeking to do something with it, and in a formal and in a real sense, not just tokenism. So I'm delighted that what was a cultural issue has now been accepted within that culture as an issue, and that there are positive means to address it. But I also rage against one other thing, will continue to do so, and what I ever do, political correctness. This nonsense that there are certain outlooks, cultures, philosophies, policies or practices that are right and that everything else is wrong. We are all, each of us, unique individuals with our own perspective, and you know what? Every one of them is valid. I loathe the idea that there are those who say only these perspectives, only these policies, only these principles should be followed. It is a form of cultural fascism, political correctness, and it must be and will be resisted by every breath in my body forever. I've enjoyed doing that over the last 10 years. I've been greatly privileged to be in your company. I look forward to the future. Love to you all. I will see you all again very, very soon. Take care. This is Michael Laws wishing you the happiest and most secure of futures. Goodbye.
Complete news, information and sport. Radio Live, the world...